The entertainment world is buzzing again. A new era is unfolding, and this time, all eyes are locked on one name, Bruno Mars. But it's not just about the music. His relationship with Jessica Caban is suddenly back in the spotlight, sparking questions, curiosity, and a wave of speculation that no one saw coming. Before we go deeper, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments, because what you're about to hear might completely change how you see this relationship. In recent months, high search keywords like Bruno Mars relationship, Jessica Caban latest, and the romantic era Bruno Mars have exploded across the internet. Fans everywhere are piecing together clues, from lyrics and performances to subtle gestures, that feel less like coincidence and more like a hidden narrative waiting to be uncovered. It all began when Bruno Mars started revealing a different tone in his recent work. Many are calling it the romantic era, a phase where his music feels more personal, more emotional, and undeniably deeper. The lyrics don't just sound good anymore. They feel like fragments of a real story. And right at the center of that story, one name keeps resurfacing: Jessica Caban. Their relationship has never been new to the public eye. For years, they've been known as a low-key, private couple, far from the chaos of celebrity drama. But ironically, that silence is exactly what makes every small detail feel massive. Fans are now asking, are they stronger than ever, or quietly navigating a new chapter no one fully understands yet? Then came a moment that changed everything. A performance, a look, a shift in energy. Bruno Mars appeared different, more intense, more vulnerable. Some fans said, that wasn't just a performance, that was emotion pouring out. And almost instantly, the connection was made back to Jessica Caban. But here's where things take a turn. Sources close to the situation suggest that the relationship isn't falling apart. In fact, it may be evolving, moving into something deeper, calmer, and more meaningful. This isn't about flashy romance anymore. It's about connection, the kind that doesn't always need to be seen to be real. But if that's true, then why does the mystery feel stronger than ever? Right here, the story splits into two powerful possibilities. On one side, this could be a celebration of lasting love, mature, grounded, and real. On the other, it could be a subtle expression of emotions that can't be spoken directly. And then, a theory emerged that sent fans into overdrive. Hardcore followers began analyzing patterns, lyrics, visuals, timing. They believe Bruno Mars is telling a story in layers, not just through one song, but across an entire era. In this theory, Jessica Caban isn't just an inspiration. She's the key to decoding everything. Is it coincidence or intentional storytelling? The tension builds as fans compare this era to his past. Once known for upbeat, high-energy hits, Bruno Mars is now leaning into something far more complex emotionally, and that shift feels too significant to ignore. Meanwhile, Jessica Caban remains as private as ever. No statements, no clarifications, just silence. And in the world of entertainment, silence often speaks louder than words. Now we reach the turning point. All the pieces begin to connect. The music, the expressions, the timing, the quiet. Together, they form a narrative that feels bigger than just an artistic phase. The romantic era may not just be about music. It could be a reflection of a real-life journey, a story about love, transformation, and possibly something changing beneath the surface. And at the center of it all, one truth remains. Whatever is happening between Bruno Mars and Jessica Caban continues to drive the narrative. Whether it's inspiration, reality, or something in between, the connection is undeniable. So is this the beginning of a stronger, deeper chapter, or the quiet signal of something shifting? The answer isn't clear yet, but one thing is certain: the world is watching, and no one is looking away. Now it's your turn. Do you think the romantic era is a celebration of love, or a sign of change? Drop your opinion in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates on this unfolding story. And just when it feels like the story couldn't get any deeper, new layers begin to surface, pulling fans even further into the mystery surrounding Bruno Mars and Jessica Caban. Because here's the thing, this isn't just about what we see. It's about what we don't see. In an age where celebrities document almost everything, the silence between Bruno Mars and Jessica Caban feels intentional. Strategic, even. No constant public appearances. No oversharing. Just carefully measured glimpses that leave more questions than answers. And somehow, that absence of information has created an even stronger presence online. Search trends continue to spike. Are Bruno Mars and Jessica Caban still together? Is the romantic about Jessica Caban? Bruno Mars' love life explained. These phrases are dominating conversations, fueling a digital frenzy that shows no signs of slowing down. Then comes another pattern shift, subtle but impossible to ignore. Fans begin noticing how Bruno Mars has been presenting himself visually. The wardrobe choices, the stage lighting, even the pacing of his performances. Everything feels more cinematic, more intentional, as if each appearance is part of a larger story arc. A narrative that isn't being told directly but instead felt. And in that narrative, emotion takes center stage. There are moments, brief, almost fleeting, where his expression seems to break through the performance. A pause that lingers just a second too long. A lyric delivered with a weight that feels personal. Fans replay these clips over and over, searching for meaning, trying to decode what's real and what's art. Because when it comes to Bruno Mars, the line between performance and reality has never been more blurred. But then, something unexpected happens. A resurfaced interview clip begins circulating again online. In it, Bruno Mars speaks about love, not in a flashy, headline-grabbing way, but in a quiet, reflective tone. He talks about loyalty, about growth, about the kind of connection that evolves over time. And suddenly, fans start connecting the dots. Could this be the foundation of the romantic era? Could everything we're seeing now be rooted in a real, lived experience shared with Jessica Caban? The speculation intensifies. Some fans believe this era represents stability, a love that has matured beyond the need for validation. Others argue the opposite, that the emotional depth hints at something unresolved, a story still unfolding, a chapter not yet complete. And right in the middle of this debate, silence continues. No confirmations, no denials, just the music, the visuals, and the growing intensity of public curiosity. But here's where the narrative takes an even more compelling turn. Industry insiders have begun to weigh in, not with direct statements, but with observations. They describe Bruno Mars as being more focused than ever, more intentional with his art, more selective with his appearances. It's as if he's crafting something bigger than just songs, something immersive, a full experience. And when artists enter that level of creative control, it often reflects something deeply personal happening behind the scenes. So now the question shifts. What if the romantic era isn't meant to be understood instantly? What if it's designed to unfold slowly, revealing its meaning piece by piece, moment by moment? That idea alone changes everything. Because instead of looking for one clear answer, fans are now watching for patterns, tracking timelines, comparing lyrics across different releases, even analyzing body language in interviews and live shows. It's no longer passive listening, it's active decoding. And at the center of it all remains the same two names, Bruno Mars and Jessica Caban. A relationship that, whether intentionally or not, has become one of the most intriguing narratives in entertainment right now. But then comes the moment that shifts the tone once again. A quiet appearance. No major announcement. No red carpet headline. Just a simple sighting that quickly spreads online. Fans notice something different. Not dramatic, not obvious, but enough to spark a new wave of discussion. Body language, energy, presence. Subtle, but powerful. Some interpret it as comfort. Others see distance. And just like that, the conversation resets, evolving into something even more complex. Because now, it's not just about what's being said. It's about what's being felt. And that's where this story becomes something bigger than gossip. It becomes a reflection of how people interpret love, of how silence can mean different things to different audiences, of how a single relationship, kept mostly private, can still captivate millions. As we move closer to what feels like a defining moment in this era, one thing becomes clear. There may never be a single confirmed answer. And maybe that's the point, because the Romantic era isn't just a label. It's an experience, one that invites interpretation, encourages curiosity, and keeps the audience emotionally invested every step of the way. And as long as Bruno Mars continues to create, and Jessica Caban continues to remain just out of reach from the spotlight, this story will keep evolving, unfolding in real time, leaving us all watching, waiting, and wondering what comes next. So now, once again, we turn it back to you. Are we witnessing a love story reaching its most powerful chapter? Or a quiet transformation that hasn't fully revealed itself yet? Whatever your take is, one thing is undeniable. This isn't just a moment, it's an era. And just when the conversation feels like it's reached its peak, the narrative surrounding Bruno Mars and Jessica Caban takes yet another unexpected turn. One that pulls fans even deeper into a story that refuses to be simple. Because now, it's not just about music, appearances, or even silence. It's about timing. Fans begin to notice how everything connected to Bruno Mars seems to follow a rhythm. Not just musically, but strategically. Releases, performances, rare public sightings, they don't feel random. They feel placed, almost like chapters in a story that's being revealed in real time, but never all at once. And that realization changes how everything is interpreted. Moments that once felt casual now feel intentional. A lyric that once sounded universal now feels specific. Even the smallest gesture begins to carry weight. And naturally, the name Jessica Caban continues to orbit every theory, every breakdown, every late-night discussion thread. Because in a story built on subtlety, consistency becomes the biggest clue. Then something else begins to surface: fan timelines. Dedicated followers start mapping out key moments in the relationship between Bruno Mars and Jessica Caban. Not just public milestones, but emotional ones. When certain songs were released, when interviews hinted at deeper feelings, when appearances or disappearances seem to align with creative shifts. And what they find is unsettling. Not because it confirms anything negative, but because it suggests intention on a level that's hard to ignore. Patterns that repeat, themes that evolve, energy that shifts in sync with creative output. It's as if the relationship itself isn't just part of the story. It is the story. And suddenly, the Romantic era starts to feel less like a